Hey, hi everybody, and welcome to a reasonably late Monday Evening Mojo, hosted by Comeback King Enterprises and yours truly, Geoff Tyson, affectionately known as the Comeback King. And we show up here on Mondays in the evening after I'm done with the day and working on some things for the rest of the day, rest of the week, closing up my day, just all those things moving. And I always kind of like to jot down something that I've been thinking about or something that's been heavy on my heart. And each week I show up here and the last couple of weeks we've been talking about forgiveness and unforgiveness and things of that nature to kind of help us get our attitude right so we can go to work and perform in our businesses at the highest level possible without all the stinking thinking holding us back, without all the stinking thinking reminding us of all the things that aren't true about ourselves. Those stories that we keep dragging up from time to time, or they keep coming up when life shows up and we get stressed out. Life shows up and the anxiety button is just high, or life shows up and it just starts to grab you by your shirt, and you just feel like, man, you become overwhelmed, and you tell yourself you're overwhelmed, and you become exhausted, and then you remind yourself, you speak it, how exhausted you feel, and then all of a sudden you wonder why you have zero energy. And everything seems to just nag the crap out of you, and you just don't think you can take another step. Man, so we come here every Monday to just give you a heads up and let you know that, hey, man, you're equipped. You got what it takes to get through whatever it is that you're carrying, however it is that you feel about yourself. You've got what it takes, right? And I've heard a lot of people talk about, are you really waiting for permission to get free? Are you really waiting for someone to say, yes, you can, to live your own life full out? Man, I know there were many things in my life I did that around, right? And showing up and sharing this message on a global platform was something I always wanted to do, but didn't believe I could, right? Until one day I started doing it. I just didn't start, but had an opportunity to show up and do this thing, man. So I want to tell you, the message tonight is one day. I want you to think about this if if you have children, or if you have older parents, or if you're a parent and you're old, whatever. I want you to think about what I'm going to say. One day I won't be here, so hear me now, right? So I want you to think about that, how you look at your children, how you look at your spouse, how you look at the people that you love and care about. Right? One day you won't hear you now, so you want to make sure that you don't wait for guidance when you've already got it, man. For those of you that are waiting to get the guidance from somebody else, the permission. I like to say permission, right? Man, so I want you to kind of hear me differently. Or when you hear this replay, because I know it's late, most of you will hear me differently. I'm not going to talk. I'm going to come back and do this thing in two parts because there's a lot in this. Right? So I really encourage you to read through everything that's in the description and make sure that you have a conversation with yourself about how this impacts you and how you think about things. And then, man, I'm holding some time open this week for those that, hey, Geoff, man, I got it, I read it. I need to really talk through some things with you. If that's you, just DM me, say Monday Evening Mojo, right? MEM, or hey, Geoff, or something that gets my attention that I need to talk to you about what this brought up for me, right? Because I know when I was working on it, it made me think about, we're doing some magnificent stuff with some professionals around autism, and it kind of ties into relationships and marriage, and high percentage of marriages fall apart around disability with their children. This particular subject is around autism, right? So, I mean, there's a lot going on. And I just feel that it's really important to just say, hey, what all is happening in your life, whoever you might be, you don't have to get permission. You've already been through things in your life that have prepared you for such a time as this, for you to stand on your own, for you to step up to the plate, baby, and swing that bat, man, to the fence. That ball goes, right? Man, I'm going to share this one piece of this thing, and then I'm going to let you think about the rest of it this week. And I'll put it out here for you. Anybody that sees this later and it's like, man, Geoff, I really have some things I want to talk through with you on that. I encourage you to DM me because I set around 4 or 5 times where I can take calls for people to reach out to talk more about the rest of this piece that I'm not going to be able to talk to you about tonight. But most important, there's one thing I have in here that I want you to see. What will you do when it's just you and your thoughts? Will you rise? Will you return to the same patterns that kept you stuck? I'm going to read it to you again. What will you do when it's just you and your thoughts? Will you rise? Oh man, come on, will you rise? Or will we just do the same patterns? Because I never really was intended to be a crutch or be a voice that anything other than just a reminder that you already have what it takes. You've already been through life's enough comebacks in life, man, where you are equipped to do whatever it is that you've been dancing around, to do whatever it is that you've been avoiding. Do it, take that risk and jump off the cliff, right, and build the wings on your way down, man. Whatever that is for you. Man, now is the time. So this like, I know I wrote down a semi-book tonight, but I want you to read through it. I encourage you to read through it all, and then let's talk this week, and I'll be back next week earlier, so we can start from where I'm leaving now, which is what? What will you do when it's just you and your thoughts? Will you rise, or will you fall back into the same old patterns? And I'm gonna give you a secret. I want you to do something with me. I want you to take a mirror moment each day between now and next Monday. And that mirror moment is when you look in the mirror and you don't see the person that sees the comebacks as limitations. You see that person as understanding that it's a lifestyle change that comes from standing in the comeback, right? Standing in and seeking the strength, seeking the courage that it's going to give you to go through that battle, seeking a community and no longer being in isolation. So what are you going to do in the mirror moment? You're going to look at yourself, reflect back on it, because you got to change the identity, right? In order to do anything differently, you have to see yourself differently. In order to see yourself differently, you got to do some things differently. It's just the way it is, man. So I think that's what I want to leave you with here. As I look down over some other things, I always have an ask for you on this Monday, and like always, I believe this Monday is about what? Give me a quick question. What is it about? If it's about rising, drop it in there. If you're ready to rise, put it in the comments. I'm ready to rise. Just RISE. Not for me, for you. Right? Comebacks are a lifestyle, not a limitation. Let's walk it out this week. That's what we always ask here in Monday Evening Mojos. Whatever it is, however it is I've made you feel, let's walk it out together. Let's rise this week. And remember what I ask you to do. What will you do when you're all by yourself with your thoughts? Will you rise? Write down R in the comment. If you really need to talk, write down, and then get a hold of me, DM me. And then let's begin that journey together, right? And oh, by the way, I put in the comment section, man, we have a challenge going on today, sponsored by Comeback King Enterprises, Autism from Overwhelm to Empowerment in 3 days. I've dropped a replay of today's session. Check it out, man. Tiffany Collins was on fire. She just was, from the technical aspect to the everyday ways of living. When you're dealing with a child with, I don't even like to use the word disability. It has some things that are a little bit different, because it's not a disability. I believe it's a gift, man. I believe whatever your child is dealing with is a gift that's special for them. And so anyhow, check out the link, and it's a free challenge. The link the link in the comments is there for the next 2 days. It's just a 3-day challenge started Monday. Look at that. Check out that link, man. And remember this. Comebacks are a lifestyle, baby, not limitations. And you are meant for more. What are you going to do when you're all by yourself with your thoughts? Will you rise, or will you fall back to the same patterns? How you see yourself is how you be yourself. Take that mirror moment exercise this week, guys, right? And look in the mirror and see yourself as who you want to be, who's inside of you right now. You already possess it, and you don't need anybody to give it to you. Go get it yourself. All right, let's rise together. We'll see you next week. Check out that replay. See you guys later. Remember, reach out if you need to have some more conversation around that. If this resonates with you, let's connect. Let's talk this week. All right, we'll see you next week. Part 2 of this message. One day I won't be here, so hear me now. I love you guys. Take care. Talk to you soon.